everything litty. I love when it's hot. Turn to the city.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. I'm Kate Scott, joining me as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL Divisional Round game. Well, excited the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure just grows. It increases. That Super Bowl gets closer and closer, and your game, what's got to increase with it. If you can't take your level of play up a notch from the previous week,
It's a fumble on the opening kick, and the fumble recovery is made. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game, and they'll be let out by their third-year signal caller.
he may not have been the guy to win him the game last week. Not a huge amount of production, but he certainly wasn't the one who lost it. And we get to these rounds of the playoffs, we know this is true. It's oftentimes the team and the quarterback who doesn't make the mistakes that often moves on to the next round.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. Nearly starts the drive with the first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9. First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. They stick with Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First down, play action. Hauled in left side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. That's taken on the 7. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
This dude certainly brought his best football with him to the postseason, and they are glad for it. He threw them in the divisional round, and now a similar effort today, Kate, could very well get them to the conference championship game next weekend.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. The stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's good. Broncos, first down.
Yellow.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Blast through midfield. And finally down right along that opposing 40. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Give to Hall on the draw. Like the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
That's another quick hitter. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29.
Hey, dribble it.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind the next time the ball comes his way. He better be ready for some contact.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Tebow Samuel, the touchdown. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kate, where you and I up here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grave their season rests in if they don't respond.
Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Truck pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
Continuing to move past the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds after the big gain, now down inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
I'll throw it. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go, set.
They're going to throw out of the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
He's stopped on the run back at the 27. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They'll start this one out with Hall. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. We've set it down from 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So that's the end of one in this AFC Divisional Round contest. 7-3 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. They go right back to Hall. This one held up after just a couple of yards. That makes it 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They give on 2nd to Hall. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Into a crowd, and intercepted! And the Chargers get the football on the first turnover of the contest. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, okay, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time, what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. That sets. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it, complete to Downs. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he will score. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers parlay the interception into points. That one right down the middle. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Good work so far. He's got room. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. Denver set to take the field on offense. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, you got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
Attack! Hey, dribble in!
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds Evans left side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. All set to go now from the 35. From the gun, it's Hall. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More for Mile High in just a moment. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, 37. Oh, hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. Push it.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down.
Yellow. 180. Hero 15.
From the red zone on 1st. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 180. 180. Yellow, yellow. 15, yellow, 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 yellow. Yellow.
Now it's Mahomes. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And 10 yards to
Yellow,
go.
I don't need to. I don't need to. I go 180. Yellow, yellow.
Back to the air, Mahomes. This one's caught. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're 1st. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
Yellow. I go 180. Yellow.
They'll go. It's Mahomes. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge next time the ball comes his way.
Fights his way through a tackle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Hits him on the out route. And they're there to send him out of bounds, but Brock, the damage has been done as he gets him up past the 20. All set now, 1st and 10.
First down. It's a gain of 10. And the Chargers 1st down.
They are throwing it again. It's his target. That's Torrey Horton. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. All set to go now from the 35. Sticking to the air here. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing it again here. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw it. Right, reeled in by Downs. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Back to throw. He lost one deep, center of the field. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break. And with no halftime report this week, it seems we're going to get right back to the field for the start of quarter number 3. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Broncos and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes now. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and then he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Mahomes trying to get here on 2nd and 10. Down the field. Evans has it. Keeps on moving into the red zone. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take the lead right away in half number 2. Mike Evans with the touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead.
Broncos 14, Chargers 10.
Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away. Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. They go play action on 1st down. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Throwing from the gun here. That's him on the quick hitter. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and long for him here. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They'll bring out the punter here. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He takes it at the 4. And he's out of bounds after some great work on that return. The Broncos and receiver Mike Evans headed back out. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. On the counter, Hall. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Here's Hall once more. And 2nd down only works out for a yard. Here's 3rd and 3.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This is hauled in by Samuel. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one. As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes. Complete out to the right. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, it gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. 4th down punt coming up. Ethan Evans out to do the honors. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he'll pull his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why. And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down. On now comes their punter. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. Fields this at the 19. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Denver ready for another offensive possession. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They start the drive at home. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
3rd and short, here's Mahomes. Got a man, this is Evans. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. A 6-yard gain on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver. Hall running between the tackles. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. The Broncos with it here, hoping to close out a playoff victory. Last run got him 9, so now they need 1 more here on 2nd down. Hall takes it straight ahead, and he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Hall. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on 2nd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Mahomes here from the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
We'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
In the red zone now. Short pass brought in. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Good offenses, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. He gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos now lead by 10. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The turn starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
Jacobs gets it on the draw. He couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. 3rd down. Working quickly here.
That's a gain of 5.
No throw. 3rd and long. Brought in right side. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards.
Looking on 1st down. Brought in by his back. It's Jacobs. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now we'll see the medical team head out towards the Charger, who's still on the field and in some pain. 3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. They've got a man in motion. Air it out on 3rd. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
A loss of 8 yards. And it's 4th.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Intercepted.
Okay, that's just one of those situations. It is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win. You feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, and interceptions follow.
So at the 40 here, 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Hall on the give. He's going to squeeze about 8 yards out of that run block. Brings up 3rd down. So timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. 3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. Throw right side is caught by Samuel. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half. All set to go now from the 35. On 1st down, here comes Hall. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Running this with Hall. Through the middle. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. They got 21 yards on the play. And that will set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here. It's Hall. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos making a 3-score game in the 4th. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Broncos push their lead to 18. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. He's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47.
18. And the Chargers, 1st down.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Horton down the field, and he's got it. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers make it an 11-point ball game.
Chargers, 17.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Hey, 57, 57.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Coming right is Hall. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. This is Hall. And this one is over. He's got the Broncos the 1st down, and that should just about button up this victory.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down, just get to a manageable third down, but instead they moved the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
He's got it, it's in close. And he'll add to their lead on the final play of the game as he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos have likely locked up the win right there. So to the side of being mile-high salutes throughout the building. It's a win at home for the Broncos. So to the conference championship game, they go, Brock. A season that's already memorable, lasting at least one more week.
And that's all you want to do, survive in advance, and see what's ahead of you. Now in the distance, you can see the Lombardi Trophy. But you also know right here in this windshield is a big conference championship game next week.